Hi everybody, this is Kayla with Kayla Divine Channel, and I'm gonna be doing a energy read for specifically for the solar eclipse, which is today. I've been receiving a ton of downloads, and I'm being pushed, guided to start sharing, which I'm not going to lie is a little nerve-wracking, but it's not about me. It's about the collective and sharing the information that I'm receiving. So, um, yeah, so thank you all for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it, and let's get into it. So, we have Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and the Oracle of the Mermaids, and that is by Lucy Cavendish. All right, so I did tune in before I began. I did a Kundalini tune in. We have been receiving a lot of Kundalini activations, um, and I've been guided more so recently to um, release the illusion of time and to stay present within my body and release all entangled energies. Um, because essentially, like, today is a celebration of us entering into our 50 heart-centered consciousness, and we are uniting and releasing all attachments to the old, the Akash records, which are subconscious, old soul contracts, old programming. All of that is being released. um, I believe that we were all set to wake up at this specific time, some before others, so that we could assist the ascension process. And I apologize for the noise in the background. I'm right by a road. Um, but yeah, so we're celebrating this new beginning. And because it's a solar eclipse and the new moon, it's propelling us forward into that new earth, that new energy, the new frequency, the new grid, the crystalline grid. Uh, And just to be able to like be here during this time on this earth is huge. We are so blessed to have this experience. Uh, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, not a human being having a spiritual experience. We are energy that's manifested itself into physical form, which is our bodies. Yeah, so I will be mentioning the divine feminine, divine masculine, and the twin flames, but this is essentially for everybody, and we are all divine beings. We all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine within, so take it as you will when I refer to the masculine and the feminine energies. Essentially, we are whole within ourselves, but some people do have quote unquote a twin flame, which that label is being released, but for now it is useful. So I'm going to pull a mermaid card, actually, and see what Divine has in store for us. Clear. So, Divine Source, Love and Light, Divine Loving Heart of the Universe. We ask that you give us one card to zone in on one specific area, or give us a summary of what energies are flowing into us with this solar eclipse that's today. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got number 18, which is Time and Tide. And that is Oceanic Spells and Rituals. That makes sense with the moon energy. Number 18. Okay. It is time for a well thought through act of connection, a ritual or spell with the realm of the mer beings, with the sea, with her creature. When done with great formality and mindfulness, many acts can become magical and reconnect us to the sacred within us and outside of us. You may wish to ritually bathe in a tidal pool, which could be a naturally formed rock pool, or a sacred bath time you create for yourself. As you bathe in the sacred healing pool, allow the pool and the water to drain away anything that must be left behind for you to go forward again. So, just a side note, that makes perfect sense in regards to leaving the old behind. So, the divine is essentially saying that it's time for purification and to do something ritualistic to release the rest of the 3D attachments. All the attachments we have to people, places, things, situations, outcomes, thought patterns, old programs, old stories that people have told us that have programmed into us. Everything that we thought we were, release that. To go to your own personal high tide at change of tide. Yeah. The saltwater crystals will, so if you do take a bath, use like Epsom salt or like any form of salt to put in your water, crystals, stones, put around the bath, in the bath, candles, anything to make it sacred. The saltwater crystals will drag through your auric layer, clearing and cleansing, leaving you feeling light and free, yet very present and clear. The warm waters of the tidal pool make them mermaidenly goddess pools of healing, right on the seashore. The anointment, the amniotic fluid of rebirth for you to be freed from. So essentially, we're in like a gestation period, ready to birth in the new. Or you may wish to create sandcastles or mandalas or sculptures near the tide line. We can shape into the sand, itself an energy field of tiny sparkling crystals, representation of what we wish to see taken away and cleared, or what we wish the sea mother to take into her cauldron and help you manifest. It may be time to work with Johnny. I'm not pronouncing this right, but it's generic runes, which have a great history of being drawn into the sand as messages to great sea beings of all kinds. What is most important is that you act. So if you can make it to an ocean, spend time at the ocean, any form of cleansing rituals. And it's really interesting that I actually got this card recently, and I was guided to start like studying the women's menstrual cycles in regards to like spiritual power and what that meant. And actually it was called the moon cycles. I have some information right here that I'd like to share because this is related to the divine feminine energy. There's like the divine feminine energy, because it's been suppressed for so long. So like it's a part of the new energy that's coming in is the feminine energy is essentially going up and then pulling up like the masculine energy with it. So the feminine's leading the masculine energy into ascension. She is the leader in regards to the spirit realm. The masculine, there's the aggressive masculine and the sacred masculine, but the aggressive masculine would be like this distorted masculine energy. And the feminine energy is cleansing and clearing that as she goes up. And if you pay attention to your thoughts, you can kind of see how they go back and forth between like your higher aspect and like your human aspect. And I hope this makes sense because yes, we're guiding the masculines that are in physical form, but we're also guiding the masculine energies within ourselves. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so it says the menstrual cycle, the spiritual meaning, is a time for a woman to go inward, introspect, dreaming, visions, prophetic energy, the release of the outside world, the journey within, contemplation, supernatural, sacred, spirit, and deity. And the blood actually is material substance of generation. There are 4 main phases of the cycles of creativity. The sole purpose of a menstrual cycle is to create and manifest, spark to flame, ashes to spark again. So when a woman is menstruating, it's days 1 through 7, which is the winter, dark, new moon, the crone. Pre-ovulation, days 7 to 14, is spring, waxing, moon, maiden. Ovulation is days 14 to 21, which is summer, full moon, the mother. pre-menstruation, days 21 to 28, is autumn, waning moon, mother crone. So, yeah. So during the winter, the menstruation, the focus goes deep within. The autumn pre-menstruation is harvest and withdrawal, focus goes inward. The summer ovulation, this is a time to manifest. The body is open, ready to create. And the spring pre-ovulation, time for new growth, fertile energy, nature, grow, innocent playfulness, begin new projects, develop new ideas. So essentially why I'm mentioning this is because the divine is saying that it's time for women to get in touch with their moon cycles. So, like, release the shame and the guilt that's around those things, because we've been programmed to believe, or I can't speak for anybody else, but to believe that it's like a shameful thing. But in all reality, it is the most sacred time. And to get in touch with, like, what that means to us, and to honor it, and know that it's a sacred time is really important, because the feminines are reclaiming their power. And yeah, I feel really, really honored to be able to share these things with us. And if you have any questions, or you'd like to know more about that, then please send me an email. Yeah, or if you'd like a reading, I can do a reading. I'm just slowly getting started. I'm going to be taking a yoga and a 200-hour yoga and Reiki 1 course to start doing that. I really am being guided and pushed to do that. So I'm super grateful. And if you would like to assist me in helping me raise that, raise like the funds for that, I'll put the link below to donate to my channel. My website will be up soon, and I'll be able to do those things. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone's support and time with this. And like I said, if you just want to talk and maybe ask some questions about our ascension process, or need to talk about something private, we're all here for each other. We're all brothers and sisters. We are all one. We're all connected, and we are in the new timeline. After the new timeline jump we had, which was June 21st to June 23rd, now we're like anchoring that in. So we jump timelines to our highest possible timeline, and now we are releasing the remnants of that old 3D paradigm. So we're really, truly blessed, like I said, to be here. I'm going to do one miracle card. All right, so Divine Source, Love and Light, may we please have one miracle card for this. All right, so we got War and Peace. So this makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Peace is much more than the absence of war and violence. It is a condition unto itself. Our goal at this point must be the creation of peace. Without love, there is no peace. Where love is absent, war of some kind is inevitable. It's beautiful. It makes sense, because there's kind of like, there can be conflict in the mind in regards to releasing the old. Because the ego and the subconscious kind of goes back and forth between the new and the old, what's true, what's not true, and all those things. So just trust your intuition. You are on the right path. You're doing it. Just keep doing the work and have faith. And I got you. So namaste. Love you all so much.